What's up, everybody? Welcome to the 9-9 podcast. It's kind of blind wave, kind of not blind wave, but we are here going to be talking all about Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
9-9!
Oh. 9-9! It has ended. We finished the reaction. It was a lot of fun. We've enjoyed it. We are going to be taking some questions at one point, so or maybe throughout the podcast, but if you guys have questions about Brooklyn Nine-Nine and our thoughts or anything, make sure to submit them with your channel points down in the bottom of chat, and we will get through some of those in the future as we continue talking about Brooklyn Nine-Nine. And if you're wondering why there's no Calvin in here, go watch a reaction for Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and you'll know why. He wasn't in it. He hasn't watched it.
Oh, that makes sense.
He hasn't been around in any of them.
Yep.
So no, he's not here.
Yep.
So message him on Twitter and tell him to watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
You can do that. Twitter, email, Discord, all
yeah.
those things.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like Calvin, just message him 9-9. That's all you gotta say. Just 9-9. That's it. Okay. All right. Oh, so what did you guys think of Brooklyn Nine-Nine now that we have finished all of the series?
Well, for me, it was a interesting journey because I had watched a lot of Brooklyn Nine-Nine before we started, but not all of it. So it was cool to get to the point where I didn't know anything.
Okay.
Which I think the last thing that I had known was the Backstreet Boys moment.
Oh, yeah?
I think once we watched that, I had seen everything.
This is everything I knew.
Yeah, so I got to like halfway through a series, just like catch up and then continue on with you guys.
Gotcha, yeah.
So I don't think I've ever really done that before.
No, I think I had that maybe with Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Back whenever like we caught up with that.
Yeah, I suppose like Game of Thrones, I kind of did that.
So,
in a way. Like
in a way.
With like Calvin, and then he caught up, and then we watched together.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Kind of-ish, yeah.
You had that with Breaking Bad, didn't you, Aaron?
Breaking Bad, true,
yeah.
I had seen the
Yeah.
first 2 seasons of that, and then we caught up to a point where I didn't know anything anymore. Rick, what about you as far as your thoughts with Brooklyn Nine-Nine and the end and everything, and did you enjoy the show?
It's an interesting one. I can't say that I love the show, but I love a character from the show.
Really? Which
Yeah.
one?
I mean, like, I enjoyed the show,
Yeah.
but, like, Holt was my favorite thing and is one of my favorite things in all of television.
Is there any other character you can think of that's Holt-like from other shows?
In terms of, like, standing out from the rest, I'm not
Yeah.
sure. Because, like, I like all of the characters in Seinfeld.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I like all the characters in a bunch of shows that have, like, ensemble casts.
Yeah.
But the drop-off from Holt to everyone else in that show, I think, is probably has never happened for me before, I would say.
Yeah.
It's unprecedented for you?
Yeah.
So,
I would
like,
say so.
if Holt wasn't in it, you wouldn't have watched it?
I don't think I would have made it, past 4 episodes. Probably.
Interesting. See, I like Holt. Holt's great. But I think the ensemble of everyone else, too. There's only one character where I'm like, this person sometimes resonated really well with me, and other times I was just kind of annoyed by them. But I felt like everyone else really kind of had their own little, like, aspects about them, some quirks and whatnot that just made some funny situations and funny comedy moments and stuff. But also, every once in a while, we would touch on some real serious themes.
It's true.
And I think for a comedy show, it covered it really well.
Yeah, definitely agree. 100%.
Yeah.
So, as far as, like, I know some people have asked, like, favorite characters and stuff from the show. I'm assuming, Rick, you already have yours then, obviously.
Yeah, definitely Holt. It's not that I hated the other characters other than Gina, but Holt by far number 1.
Gotcha. Eric, did you have a favorite character in the
I mean,
show?
I have a bunch, but what really stands out, I really liked Rosa throughout the entire show. Am I hearing myself somewhere? Sorry.
Do you have a...
Oh, okay.
I
I
think... You
think...
don't have a headphone on. I was like, where are you hearing yourself from?
But yeah, I think Rosa's probably one of my second close ones. I like the way they put off her character, especially after seeing some like interviews and other roles from that actress.
Really, yeah.
She really disappears into the role. Yeah.
No,
And actually, I just read today that she was talking about how nervous she was about auditioning, and then she heard that the actress that was cast for Amy Santiago was going to be Latina, and she's like, okay, well, there's no way they're casting two Latino on this show, and they did. She said like that was like one of the most surprising things about their hiring process, because that usually doesn't happen in Hollywood, that type of diversity. So yeah,
both sad and happy.
Yeah. And then it kind of doesn't count because I love him in everything that he appears in, but Adrian Pimento was always special when he showed up. Completely changed the dynamic of the entire show and every scene he was in, but in a good way.
Yeah.
Not too overpowering, and they kind of knew, like, hey, we have to hold off a little bit with this guy.
Hey, don't worry. No one's coming to get you. Oh, good. So I shouldn't worry about this bullet in my chest.
Yeah, one of my favorites of his is like, hey, we gotta kill somebody. I only got one rule: no kids, unless that kid's a dick.
No, I think he brought in some dark humor into the show too that like you didn't normally get sometimes. It's hard to pick like favorite characters in it because I personally really like a lot of the characters. I think Terry is a really fun character.
Yeah, me too. Especially after they got past the like, let's sexually harass Terry Crews.
Sure,
stuff.
Yeah.
That kind of happened early on in the
which
show.
Which was mainly from the character I didn't like that much.
Yeah.
Like I feel like Gina did a lot of that, and sometimes it was like all she contributed to the episode.
Yeah.
Wuntch did it to Holt at first as well.
Sure.
Which wasn't great either, but it did stop eventually.
So, of the main cast and stuff, though, like I'd probably say Amy might be my favorite.
Amy's your favorite?
I love what they did with Rosa and her storyline, but Amy I didn't really like as much in the beginning, and like she definitely became one of my favorites, like throughout the whole series and everything. To the point where I had that moment where I'm like, oh no, the baby!
The baby.
Yeah, I'm like, oh wait, okay. So if we were gonna say like not main characters then, and look at like more extra characters or background characters and stuff, like Pimento would be like your favorite.
I would
like,
say
the
so.
Extra characters.
Yeah, and I mean, I know he's the main character, but Jake, I think Andy Samberg did a good job being like the leading man in an ensemble cast.
Sure.
Like he can take the spotlight, but he also, I think, an unsung like attribute of a good comedic actor is the ability to step aside and set other people up for the alley-oop, and obviously he comes from like a comedy group that does that, so he's very good at it. But I mean, he would just let people shine, and it doesn't feel like he's ever, competing for your attention. So
Okay.
I like the way that he played it. But
Sure.
if we're going like main characters, and I'm not going Holt, it might be Boyle too.
Sure.
I
Yeah.
love the way they play him. Like the absolute confidence that he has. Like one of my favorite parts that he has is like he's trying to get a dog to do something. He's like, I understand. I'm gonna have to alpha this thing, and then he's like, I'm sorry, can I please do this for you? He's like, oh, I didn't realize you were gonna beta it. But the way he does it's so funny.
I think the show does a good job too of like progress on the characters.
Progressing,
Right?
yeah.
Like
Sure.
I think every character changes throughout the series, maybe except for Scully and Hitchcock.
They've done their changing.
Yeah.
And probably Gina, I don't feel like really changes.
No.
Yeah, Scully and Hitchcock have like before the show started have taken a knee or running out the clock.
Yeah. But like Jake goes from, he has that irresponsible detective kind of kid-like aspect about him.
Yeah.
And then by the end of it, you get to him where like he's wanting to be a good dad. He's trying to take more responsibility. He still has some like kid-like aspects about him, but he's also grown up a lot more, I think, throughout it, and like taking on more responsibilities and taking things more seriously. But also he will toss in that like you got to be fun sometimes too and have that kid aspect.
His
right?
strengths become stronger as the show goes on. His weaknesses are kind of made up for in the relationships that he has with Amy and with Holt, I feel like.
Yeah.
And then Rosa, like I think she goes from that tough exterior that we have in the beginning, and then she goes through a process too of like finding herself and like what kind of partner she's looking for and stuff too, right? Where it's like, am I interested in in a girl or in a boy, or who am I? Do my parents accept me? And like I like the journey, and she really opens up, especially like to Jake and even to Amy some too. And I think Holt, like there's some relations that they get too, and like the way you have different pairings with a lot of that. Yeah, I think it really explores some different aspects of who she is as like a person, and also like in her career that they really touch on too, right? Where they're like, should I be a police officer?
Yeah.
So
I loved her taking her boyfriend to have dinner with Holt. That episode was great.
Yeah.
Chris, damn, what's the actor's name? Chris.
Which actor?
Not Chris Canyon. That's a wrestler.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Her boyfriend that she
Pimento?
took. No, this was Chris Cannon, right?
Nick Cannon.
Nick Cannon.
Oh, Nick Cannon. Okay.
Nick Cannon.
Okay. I see.
Gotcha. I remember that. Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah.
But I loved how uncomfortable both of them were about talking about any sort of relationship stuff.
Yeah. I love how much her and Holt were able to understand each other in their not wanting to confide in each other emotionally. It's like they had an emotional connection by not being emotional with each other.
Yeah, they did. No, I like that. Even Boyle changes. Like Boyle in the beginning lives in the basement of his ex-wife's and her husband or her new boyfriend or whatever in their basement. You know, his name's Hercules. And
honestly, that's the most shocking thing. When we started the show, and I was like, okay, I've seen a fair amount of it, but when we started the show, they had Boyle in love with Rosa for like the first season.
Yeah,
that's
like,
true too.
Really, really, really pushing that on the character, and that just completely dropped. It's better for it, I think.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, he finds someone else.
He does.
Another foodie and all that kind of stuff too, right?
But after he gets his new butthole, he kind of drops that and just becomes a really good friend.
Yeah. So I think the growth he has there too is really good. And then like in the end, he's the cool cop, you know, like he's the Jake and stuff too. And I think his growth that he has through that is really good. Terry starts off being like afraid of getting back in the field and stuff, and you know, like he has a growth of becoming, you know, sergeant and lieutenant, and getting that growth and climbing the ladder and everything. And
I also really like Terry for, I mean, obviously he's a friend to everybody at the precinct, but he seems like such a great father. Like he has twin girls, and every time he speaks of them, it's never like, oh, my kids are killing me, or, you know, I'm outnumbered by women at home. Like it's always just support and love, and he wants them to be president. And you know, if it's too much, maybe they can be president together and switch roles. You know, like I've always really respected that about the character, and the way Terry Crews plays it. Like he's not afraid to not be masculine all the time. You know.
Sure.
Of course, when you look like that, that's maybe a little easier, but he plays it really well. He plays it natural, which I always liked.
No, I agree. Trying to think of anyone else.
For side characters?
Well, I was just trying to think of growth of any other characters and stuff too that I really enjoyed, but I think I think we covered most of the main characters there. Yeah.
Scully and Hitchcock, as you said, never really change.
No.
Like if you were to, like the worst decision in the world would be like, we're gonna do a Scully and Hitchcock, you know, spinoff.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I'm not gonna watch that. You would ruin it.
I think they're good in small doses, or like there is an episode for them here and there, you know. But I don't think I need to have them all the time.
Yeah,
it's a minor character, but the Pontiac Bandit changed over
a little
time.
bit. Yeah. Doug Judy.
I can see that.
I did see somebody say like the only difference between Jake and Doug Judy is that Jake, instead of watching Die Hard, if he had watched Ocean's 11, he would have been Doug Judy.
Maybe, yeah. Doug Judy had some crazy heisty plans and stuff.
Yeah, their friendship throughout the years was always great. Yeah.
All right. Well, before we move on to another topic, were there some videos and stuff that we needed to check out?
Well,
here and there?
I wanted to check out some of the bloopers that are available. I also, I mean, just for my own enjoyment, I would love to just watch some of the best moments from throughout the show. You know, we kind of like sprinkle in some whole stuff, but I'd like to just get that right into my veins, honestly.
Okay. So we're going to be having to watch, there's a few blooper reels in.
Yeah, I think there's like one or two blooper reels from the early seasons that were released.
Okay. And then there is, you want to do like a Holt, video?
Like
We should
best
also,
of Captain Holt.
I think we should do a best cold open.
Cold opens. This show has some great cold opens. Yeah.
Because there's a lot of shows that have cold opens and stuff, and I think this one has some of the best ones. And sometimes they have nothing to do with anything in the episode.
Yeah.
Often.
But then sometimes they do, and they're still really good.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. But yeah, make sure you're getting your questions in. We'll try to go over those a little later too.
I'm ready whenever you guys are.
We're going to check out, it's a season 1 bloopers and outtakes. We're going to watch this one here real quick and see some blooper moments.
Let's do it.
Prove that Whitman was at the scene of the crime, even if it kills me.
So while you're sitting there on your metal toilet, I'll be skydiving.
Sky.
For the last 48 hours. Oh God. It's like a firework exploding.
Everyone needs to try both pies, and I messed that all up.
Have your pies.
Kaboo!
We'll just add in post.
Great.
You think it's working?
Sure, I mean, seems like you're working up a sweat. What about dress-up shorts, for instance? Just admit that my place is better than Rosa's.
No. The pie at Flashbush.
What?
No. The pie at Flatbush. No. The flop.
You can't say it.
I've been there.
Okay.
Shame.
Not worth it. Sorry. Ow! Shut up, Jake.
Sure, if you could be any vacation.
Oh, we really got him there.
Sorry, what are they called? 8-2s? 8-1? 8-1?
Everyone reset. Camaro.
Gina, the DA needs something. What does the DA need? The DA needs copies of our intent.
I know you're making fun of me, but I would like that.
You just painted your last wiener, dip.
Oh, the seatbelts don't work, so if we crash, you are dead.
Kidding. I'm gonna use the key and start it for real. I did it again. Not a doctor.
Not a doctor.
Is that where Not a Doctor comes from?
I don't know. I don't know where Not a Doctor came from.
Yeah. That sounded exactly like it. Not a doctor. For Milan.
Not a doctor. Actually, maybe it is. That'd be funny if it is. I don't know
Must
what
be.
the initial reasoning of any of it is, but man, that was another thing too. I didn't think about until we saw season 1.
Huh.
They never changed that intro,
Yeah.
and I'm like, wow, that's
It's
crazy.
a pretty good intro. I think it's one of those intros that's like perfect length. Gets in, gets out. It's catchy.
catchy.
Yeah, I think it's catchy. Like The Office. I think The Office has a real catchy one too.
Yeah, but The Office also doesn't show everybody, right?
Not everybody, but
I think that was one of my things. Is it just seemed weird that they showed everyone, and you had Jake with his big hair, and it didn't kind of alter a little bit based on,
sure,
the
yeah,
season.
I get what you mean.
Sometimes
the Office took 5 or 6 seasons to update its intro. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Like Friends never changed, right?
No, it would. I guess not. It always had the same season 1, them dancing in a fountain, but
Yeah.
the clips would always update.
the clips would update.
Yeah, every season would have a new
Yeah.
part.
I figure most of them would have all of them walking in that last shot, but maybe the Jake, Rosa kind of moments when it
Yeah.
zooms in on just one of them, I thought those would have updated at some point, but they didn't. And it was interesting that they didn't do that.
Mhm.
All right.
I want to do just a ranking of intros one day.
Yep.
ranking of all intros.
Yeah, we might have to break it down to comedy or
Sure.
some intros can be vastly different than others. Sure.
Now,
but-
not counting anime.
Anime has to
Anime's got to be its own.
Gotta be its own
Yeah,
thing.
because like some animes have like 20, you know, over like one series or something. So,
Yeah, I would separate anime, animation, and then maybe separate live action by a few things. I
Yeah,
don't know.
probably.
maybe. Yeah, we can maybe do that. That could be fun. We touched on it for a minute, but what were your guys' favorite of the side characters and stuff then? I know Eric-
Kevin's way up there.
Kevin. Kevin's really good.
Kevin and Cheddar.
Sometimes I don't think Kevin was in the show enough.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's definitely the one I would have wanted more of, I think.
I did like Doug Judy a lot.
Mm-hmm.
He had one a season, you know, but I loved every time he showed up.
Yeah, it was a winner every time, I think.
What about what was his name? The cannibal. Tim Meadows' character.
Tim Meadows? Yeah, he was a good one.
Caleb.
Caleb the Cannibal, yeah. Like his character was a lot of fun too.
I liked the Vulture.
the Vulture.
Frederick is probably my favorite, but only for one moment. That's Holt's ex-boyfriend.
Oh, yeah.
With the duck.
With the duck. Yeah.
It was played by Ron Swanson, yeah. The Wuntch. Wuntch is like, I think as far as like an extra character and stuff, done really well and made it like a rival.
If only for what it brought out in Holt. Wuntch is amazing.
Some of the best moments of Holt is because of his little like spats with her.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like I love how he, it's like, well, who's watching the gates of hell, and like stuff like that. If you're
There's got to
here.
be a compilation of just Wuntch, like Wuntch insults.
There must be.
Wuntch insults.
I'm gonna look for that.
Okay,
I quite like Jake's parents.
Yeah, Josh Lyman.
Yeah.
Lyman.
Like Amy's parents were fun too, but Jake's parents, I feel like, made me laugh a lot more.
Yeah, Amy's parents were fun. I mean, because it was Jimmy, right?
Yeah.
I don't remember who the mom was for her. The mom for Jake was
Peggy.
Yeah, from Married with Children.
Yep.
Peggy, 18.
No, it's a different Peggy.
I know, but every time I have to, must.
Mark is the boss put, the only way I'm going to die is if you touch me with one of your bony fingers and drag me across the river Styx, you reaper. Shoot, I had another person that I thought was a fun extra person too. And I can't think of who it was. Sure, Pimento was fine. We talked about him earlier.
It's mostly just because of Holt again, but Holt's walking buddies in Florida.
the ladies in Florida?
Yeah.
I sure miss her and her large, heavy breast.
Heaving bosom.
Heaving bosom, yeah. Well, we were talking about Wuntch. You guys want to check out some Wuntch?
Do you have a Wuntch compilation?
Yeah, and we got one up right here.
It's 10 minutes long.
10 minutes long. All right.
I'll watch it.
Let's look at some Wuntch.
I don't know how YouTube will feel about that.
Oh, we'll cut it up if we need to.
Every time Holt roasted Wuntch.
YouTube, you got to make sure you're following us on Twitch for these.
Captain Wuntch, good to see you. But if you're here, who's guarding Hades?
It's Deputy Chief Wuntch now. Unsurprisingly, I've
What a
been
great
promoted.
character introduction.
And now I'm here to evaluate you.
What happened to Brand?
He retired and moved to Charleston to be closer to his grandchildren. So much for dying at your desk with little dignity.
Interesting. I will attempt to cooperate with you under these new circumstances.
Don't sweet-talk me, Holt.
I gave it my best shot. Begin.
Spot checks are done. Needless to say, I'm thoroughly underwhelmed.
Holt's movements are
From
just
your
so
expression,
great.
I would have guessed
I know.
constipated.
Points at things so dramatically.
It's amazing. We got a task force. More importantly, Wuntch got served. Oh my God. Wuntch sounds like lunch. Oh, this opens up so many new avenues.
Looks like we both got a pretty bad case of jerk boss.
Yes, yours is an idiot and mine is a fork-tongued lizard witch. What about the time you destroyed my personnel file while I was undercover?
What if there'd been a mole?
You were trying to make me disappear.
You embarrassed me in front of Derek Jeter.
You embarrassed
Yourself.
in front of Derek Jeter. You're like the League of Nations in '36, just hoping the Abyssinian crisis resolves itself.
That's the lesson you draw from the fall of Addis Ababa? Raymond, you sound so naive.
And you sound just like Victor Emmanuel III. I have no idea who's winning. I am.
I don't know what that means.
Wuntch.
Hello, Raymond. You're looking old and sickly.
So nice of you to greet us, Madeline. I thought surely you'd still be crushed under that house in Munchkinland. Just grabbing your breakfast? Sergeant, as long as I ask him for it, Madeline, Wuntch can say no to anything. May I?
Those are my tissues, Raymond. If you were planning on sneezing, you should have brought your own.
Sir, she's a deputy chief.
Vince McMahon.
I'm sure she wants what's best for the community. She doesn't care about the community. She only cares about defeating me. This is war, Sergeant. The war on Wuntch. Oh, good. You've named it. So, I've been planning how to zing Madeline when she puts the medal on. I have the perfect line. Wuntch time is over. So, it's a play on lunchtime.
Yes, devastating burn, sir.
Hello, Deputy Chief Wuntch. You've aged.
You aged.
I think you love me. I would give you more details, but someone just came in to try and find her Dalmatian coat.
Hello, Raymond.
Madeline, I wondered why all the birds had suddenly stopped singing.
I heard you were under investigation by Internal Affairs. Didn't want to miss that.
So much time with your ear to the pavement. It's a pity a truck hasn't run over your head.
The shriveled husk of Raymond Holt.
Look, Gina, is that a talking raisin?
Enough foreplay.
Wow.
Enough foreplay.
You were right. All it took was one mistake. You think that semicolon was a mistake? No, it was a juicy piece of bait, and she unhinged her jaw and swallowed it whole. Yes. I should be the bigger person. It shouldn't be hard, given that Madeline's not technically a person.
Deputy Chief Wuntch is here to see you.
Oh, please stay, Diaz. I need a witness in case her head starts spinning around.
God, it's so
Embarrassing
good.
blight growing right under your nose. Not unlike that mustache you had when we first met.
That mustache was era appropriate. You're going to leave my precinct and my task force alone. Or else, you're Wuntch meat.
You sure you want to go with that one?
Absolutely, it's hilarious.
All right.
Raymond,
Madeline,
you won. Go ahead and gloat, you toad.
thank you for this honor, Deputy Chief.
Oh. Okay. You're welcome.
Wuntch time is over. Boom, did it! Did it both ways. No regrets. Unfortunately, because this case has turned out to be important, that she skunk Madeline Wuntch has her hindquarters pointed right at it.
I'm a front runner for a job in the Boston PD.
Boston, but it's so close to Salem. You do know what they do to witches up there, don't you?
Amazing.
She's the devil, and you don't dance with the devil because you get burned. Also, because in Madeline's case, she has no rhythm, and her hands are like little rat claws.
Come to ask for your help. The commissioner will be calling you.
Oh, moment savored. So, where were we?
So, here's how I see this going down. You plead for your job back, I refuse, you start weeping like a war widow. Does that sound about right?
Don't count your gross fish babies before they've hatched, Madeline.
What? What? Why? Why gross fish babies?
How did you get this?
Gina and Terry got it, you grackle.
Hello, Raymond. How do you like my new office? 20th floor.
Yes, I never thought I'd see you this high without a broom under you.
Enough niceties. Have a seat.
I got her a parting gift
This is so much.
It's too wicked.
in Boston. She's moving to a second-class city, and I wanted to rub her nose in it. Enjoy the understudies, Madeline. Have fun watching some chubby Chenoweth knockoff warble her way through popular.
So you've got an audience for this little stunt.
Yes, well, who wouldn't want to see a man fight a crocodile?
That's so good.
I know you never would have recommended me for that Boston post if deep down you didn't think I deserved the job.
You're just looking at her.
What the...
My lady left me.
My lady stayed. Come on, sir. Focus on the good. You can hold your head up. You took the high road with Wuntch. Not entirely. When I was alone in her office, I changed her autocorrect. Now when she types Wuntch, it gets replaced with Bud. I'm not going anywhere. Madeline's not some invincible succubus. She's a regular succubus, and she can't be defeated. We just need to find the letter. Madeline, thank you for coming.
Raymond, always a pleasure to call on a vanquished foe. I feel like Jackie Joyner Kersey congratulating one of the other slower runners.
Buckle up. It's going to be a hell of a ride. Care to sit? I'm sure you'd like to take some weight off your cloven hooves.
Calling me the devil? How original, Raymond.
Actually, I was calling you a goat. You goat. You have until tomorrow. You grackle.
That you came to me to ask for help shows how much you've matured. You know what else shows how much you've matured? Your withered face.
Now I know why you refer to this as a suicide squad, Peralta, because I already want to kill myself.
Why don't you wait a week? You'll probably die of old age.
The only way I'm going to die is if you touch me with one of your bony fingers and drag me across the river Styx, you reaper.
Ah, wonderful. Very creative. Look, John Kelly has to be stopped. He's spying on civilians. It's unconstitutional and it's wrong.
Please, do you think any one of these jackals cares about what's right or wrong?
Well, see, sir, there is good in every person.
I want it to be known as for selfish reasons.
Why would you want that to be known?
Because I never met CJ before, and I want him to think that I'm cool.
It's working. I mean, I love how you're taking over the room.
Like that? Yeah, it's awesome.
You know, I actually wouldn't mind getting rid of John Kelly either. That guy makes up so many dumb rules. He told me I couldn't eat raw chicken. And you think a new commissioner will
Yeah, he's already on board, so yes, a new commissioner would let you eat raw chicken for whatever reason.
It's healthier.
It sure is, Siege.
And what do you hope to get out of this, Madeline? Let me guess. Revenge on Dorothy for killing your sister.
I want the same as you. What John Kelly's doing is terrible.
Yes, well said, Wuntch. So we're all on board. This is exciting. Let's bring it in, huh? Suicide Squad on 3. Ready? 1, 2.
I don't touch other dudes' hands.
Whose hand is sticky? Oh, that might be me. I ate a popsicle earlier.
It's probably Madeline. Cockroaches release a mucus-like secretion.
The point is,
Oh my
Madeline
God.
leads Kelly will give the order to use the
I forgot,
in order that
CJ.
We will record
Yeah,
thanks to our
right.
very own Madeline Wuntch.
I like him.
Impossible. Kelly won't tell me anything. He won't even meet with me.
Perhaps you can sneak in disguised as an old leather chair.
Mr. Kelly.
No, Madeline, I didn't see you there.
Oh,
You
man.
were an old leather chair.
He's not gonna say that.
Oh, could it gumdrops.
He's not
But
gonna
do we
say
even
that.
need her? What does she bring to the table?
30 years of police experience.
I have 33.
I earned a police combat cross.
I have a Medal of Honor.
I own the record for most arrests as a uniformed officer in NYPD history.
You got me there. Of course, I never spent much time in uniform because I was promoted to detective after 1 month.
They're not allowed to do that. It's against the rules.
It's also against the rules to let a pile of worms wear a uniform, and yet here you stand.
Okay, just stop.
How do we get close enough without attracting attention?
Good dance. You must know some moves. You were mentioned by name in the Monster Mash.
Fine, but on 2 conditions. We stay at least 4 inches apart at all times, and you tuck your tail back into your pants so I don't trip on it. You move well. Must be all the extra legs, you crab.
Don't you find this exhausting?
Thinking of fresh insults? Not at all, you coffin cave mold beetle.
I meant our relationship. Aren't you tired of the rivalry? We fight and nothing changes. But we're really not so different.
I suppose we were close once. Remember Brighton Beach?
1,200 kilos of heroin in an abandoned subway tunnel. How could I forget?
The largest drug bust in NYPD history, pulled off by the most unlikely duo.
A woman and a gay black detective.
No, I meant a human and a rotted jack-o'-lantern.
A rotted jaculate.
Oh, man, it's just so much.
There's a lot there.
He stares right into her eyes.
He does. I think she's up there with Newman as far as like comedy
Rivalry.
antagonists.
For a
Yeah.
rival.
Yeah.
I mean, this one had a lot of rivals too. Dude, I forgot with CJ being there. I forgot all about Bill Hader was in this too for like an episode or something.
He was.
or like 3 episodes, or I forget what it was.
Didn't he
it wasn't
die?
long. Yes,
He died.
Yep.
which was crazy. Like it was the show would take twists that I thought I knew where we were gonna go sometimes, and then I'm like, oh, that's not what we're doing. Okay, and then they would like kill off a guy or do something like
Yeah.
that.
Oh, man, he's so good.
He is very good.
And and he's had such a long career too. Like I'll go back and watch older stuff, and Andre Braugher will disappear, and I just instantly love whoever he is.
I don't know if I've ever seen him in anything else.
Yeah,
I haven't seen him in anything.
a lot of old TV. Let me find some of the stuff.
I've been watching through Columbo. He's on that.
Yeah, I don't know about that one, Rick.
What was the one that I'm like, oh, you guys have definitely seen that.
Oh, there's one we definitely saw. He's in Fantastic Four: Silver Surfer.
Yeah, oh yeah, he's in Fantastic Four. What? Glory? Could be Glory.
Dude, I have not seen.
Yeah, I've seen Glory.
I've not seen Glory in a long time.
I've not seen it since I've seen Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
I only
wouldn't
remember.
have recognized him then.
Yeah, I only remember what Broderick was in that. Denzel.
Yep.
And I feel like there's someone else I recognize. And I can't think of who it was, and I can't remember anyone else in that.
He was in Dr. House?
He was in House.
Who was he in House?
A
Psychiatrist.
therapist for House is who he was.
He was in the Jackie Chan Adventures. Damn.
What? The Jackie
Well,
Chan
it's animated,
Adventures?
right?
Yeah, but still. But still great.
That is great.
There was a movie that I saw him in not too long ago, and I was like, come on.
You know what? While talking about this, Colton MG sent trivia question. What Marvel movie did Andre Braugher appear in? Hint, it's pre-MCU.
Yeah, Fantastic Four, right?
It's the Fantastic Four,
Ooh.
Silver Surfer. We have some questions if we want to take a question or two before
The
we move
Mist.
on to anything else. He's in The Mist?
He's in The Mist.
You know what? I don't think I've ever seen The Mist.
You never seen The Mist?
No, I mean, I'm
This is
familiar
good.
with parts of it.
Yeah. Another Sam Witwer's in The Mist.
Yeah, I never knew that.
Mist is very good.
I love The Mist. Yeah, that's the movie I was thinking of. I thought for sure that you would have seen it. Okay.
Got to watch the director's cut, though.
Yes.
Malik asks, "What's your guys' best friendship in the show?" And we are kind of talking about this one. Your favorite side characters. For me, Doug Judy, best friendship, and my favorite side character is Kevin.
Gotcha.
So that's what they said.
Okay.
So what's your favorite friendship in the show?
Jake and Boyle.
I think so too.
It just and it's always it never got old for me either. I was never like, come on guys. You know, I was every time. It just always felt so real.
No, they paired really well and played off each other really well.
Yeah.
And like they understood each other, like the finishing sentences kind of thing too.
Yeah.
You know,
It's
it was
because
great.
Boyle would always, he was always submissive in the relationship, but Jake never took the dominant part of the relationship in a way, right? It never
Sure.
felt like
Yeah.
he was taking advantage of him or anything. Just that Boyle just knows how to love properly.
Only during the heist.
Yeah, during the heist. Of course, then they had that fake Boyle guy. What was his name? He always came back. I can't remember his name right now.
It started with a B, didn't it?
Yeah.
Ben?
Bill?
I want to say Bill. Ben doesn't sound right.
Chat
Chat
says
says
Bill.
I mean, I did love the Doug Judy like friendship, and like the questions I had. Like I never doubted Boyle and Jake, right? But the friendship that you have between Judy and Jake, I'm like there was times I'm like I love this so much, but I feel like it's gonna go bad. I don't want it to go bad,
Yeah,
Like,
but you always felt like even when Judy would straight up lie and trick, it was never out like malicious. Like he always did really
Yeah.
like Jake, regardless of what he did to him.
it's weird because it felt like one of those will they, won't they romances.
Yeah,
You know, like that's the
Yeah.
best way I think I can describe it. And I think that's kind of why I liked it so much because I really want it to be a they will, but I also enjoyed the they won't at the
Yeah.
same time.
Like, the level of Hitchcock and Scully's friendship is something I cannot imagine.
it's certainly codependent. Yeah, but they're so intimate with each other.
I know.
Remember
You know-
what was Hitchcock's wife or dog's name? Kelly.
Kelly.
Yeah, it was years before we learned that.
We wrote that down, and I'm like, we got to find this out at some point.
Yeah.
You know, another friendship that I really enjoyed was Jake and Rosa.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I think there was a fun, like they had like a history beforehand, and even like her leaving the Force, there was like something with Jake where he's like, it felt like he wanted to keep that friendship, and he felt like he was betraying her by staying on the Force and stuff, and it was fun, but it was complicated at the same time a little bit, and
Yeah.
it wasn't like Boyle and Jake, it wasn't the same kind of relationship, but I really did enjoy that.
I like Holt and Amy. That sort
Sure.
of like mentorship relationship.
Yeah.
I'd be curious. Maybe we should run a poll too. Like, how many people that are watching liked Gina? because I every once in a while I'll see comments of people being like, I don't understand how you don't like her. But there was just times where when we watch other shows, let's say like Community, and Pierce will say something very racist, but it's also funny.
Sure.
And I'll go, oh, come on, But Gina, sometimes I just don't get it.
Like Blazing Saddles is very funny.
Very funny.
But yeah, like the worst part about Gina for me was she made everyone else look so dumb or like incapable of doing their jobs or whatever.
Yeah.
Like she seemed immune to everything.
Yeah.
And like it was especially bad, I feel like, for Terry, one, for the harassment stuff, but two, like Terry tried to get her to like follow procedures or the rules or whatever, and she didn't, and there was just nothing he could do about it for some reason.
Yeah, and sometimes you have characters like that, and whenever you circle the wagons and you gotta defend, friends, like they can really shine. And I think Gina had that sometimes, but not often. And I was always a little confused as to why Holt liked her so much.
Yeah.
Other than that's just the way it was written, Like
Sure.
I'm not saying like I hated anything, and certainly I don't blame the actress or anything. It's just why don't I get that humor?
Sure. I mean, a lot of it I feel like was that character felt like she was more important than anything else, and I think sometimes that just didn't resonate. Where like a lot of others would make self-sacrifices or something else. It felt like she was the most important thing. Nothing else was ever more important than her, I guess. But I mean, I feel like that was the majority of times, and maybe every once in a while she'd do something else and be like, "Oh, there we go, that's better." But
she had one funny line on the beach. I can't even remember what it was, but that made me laugh. And that was the only one.
One funny line on the beach. I don't even remember. But no, I mean, I'm sure some people it resonated much better for.
Yeah, I want to those people to explain it to me. I genuinely want to know. I feel like I'm missing out.
Yeah,
I feel like I'm doing a disservice to the show by not understanding why this is funny. But I know you can't, that's a catch-22. You can't explain comedy. You get it or you don't. But how did I just so consistently not get it?
Is it because we're old?
Maybe. But I watched this when I was younger too. Didn't like it.
Someone said that she said, "Thank you, Poseidon, great
That
god
was
of
it.
the sea."
Thank you. That was it.
That one, I remember that. That was good.
I don't remember that at all.
And it was purely the delivery of it too.
All right, well, the poll's running now, so we can get some thoughts on what people felt about. I did put in I liked her, I didn't like her, or she was okay. Where I figured some people have a thing where it's like, well, I didn't dislike her, but she wasn't like my favorite or anything. I didn't like her a lot.
Wait, people can have opinions in the middle?
Yeah, I can,
I guess.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yes, Rick. There is a middle section that is okay to be in, like a lot of movies are, Rick. All right, let me see here. Toastmaster had a question that was called, it just says favorite cold open.
Oh, man.
Oof.
What's the best cold open?
It's hard to beat Backstreet Boys, I think.
Hot damn.
Hot damn.
Maybe my favorite.
Is that when they were deciding where Amy was?
Yep. Yeah. Well, why she was late.
Was the bone a cold open?
No.
Dang. Okay.
No.
Well, do we want to watch some cold opens and maybe at the end pick which one we thought was our favorite?
Maybe. It might be good to remember because like we watched how many cold opens. I do not remember them all.
Another one I do remember is the video of Holt in his like dance class or whatever.
His hula class. Yeah, that's probably gonna be. That's pretty up there. Well, yeah. If we want to watch some, I'll do that. I'll try to keep track of which ones I'm gonna try to keep track of what one I think is my favorite.
Okay.
I will do so on my ocarina.
I will as well. All right, so let's check out a best of cold opens from Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are gathered here today to answer an age-old question.
Right. What's Amy's deal? She single?
No, we're dating. Come on. The question is, who here does the best impression of Captain Raymond?
Oh, yeah.
This one is. Man, this is a strong contender.
Everyone will perform the same scenario.
Jake got better as the show went on.
He did.
For the very first time. Let the Holt off begin.
What is this glutinous monstrosity before me?
The sugar in this is quite sweet.
That's your Holt impression?
I can hear him doing that.
Looks like a sticky pillow.
I don't care for it. Classical music.
What's going on here? What are you doing?
Captain, hey, nothing. Just eating some marshmallows. Care for one?
Marshmallow.
Marshmallow.
I knew it!
Oh, that's a great one.
Morning, Scully. How was your weekend?
Okay, that's pretty good.
That one's really good.
And I hit the park, went for a long walk, and fell asleep watching TV.
Oh, sounds like a fun weekend with Kelly.
Kelly.
So,
This was a cold
is
open.
that Scully's wife or his dog?
That's right.
Wait, no one knows Scully's wife's name?
I think Kelly's his dog. Went for a long walk. That's what you do with a dog.
You can go on a long walk with a person.
Can.
Off a
At
short pier.
sunset, talking about nothing and everything.
Sounds awful. Hit the park. That's a dog.
My wife takes the babies to the park all the time.
All right, we're doing this. Let's play wife or dog.
Wife or dog.
Hey, so Scully, what do you do at the park with Kelly?
Oh, we just walk around. She gets antsy if she doesn't get outside enough. And then it's just yap, yap, yap all day long.
Hey, what's Kelly's favorite food?
Peanut butter. She'll eat it right out of the jar.
How old is Kelly again?
Well, she's getting up there, but she's pretty spry for her age, especially considering she got hit by that car a year ago.
Oh, that's so awful. Was she chasing something into the street or?
Nah, just getting me in the newspaper.
All right, this is useless. Scully, is Kelly your wife or your dog?
How can you ask me that?
I still don't
So
know
sad.
which it is.
Could be either.
Could not tell you.
That's a good one. I like that one too.
Whoa, what's with the cast?
I sprained my wrist.
Oh no, what happened?
Don't worry about it. I'm fine.
Yeah, geez, Amy, back off. Leave the guy alone. All right, huddle up, everybody. Bring it in, bring it in. So he wouldn't say what happened, which
Why'd
can
they have
only
that?
mean one thing.
I don't know.
Fight Club.
No, he did it doing something he's embarrassed by, like smiling. Only question is, how
Like
hurt you?
smiling.
Attention, everyone. I can hear you speculating about the nature and origin of my injury from my office. I tripped over an uneven sidewalk. I did not think it was relevant to your jobs, the jobs which you should all be doing right now. Get to work. Do you want to know how I actually hurt my wrist?
Yes.
Yep.
I was hula hooping. I attended class for fitness and for fun.
Oh my God.
I've mastered all the moves. The pizza toss, the tornado, the scorpion, the doodle.
Why are you telling me this?
Because no one will ever believe it.
Look at Jake's face.
That's so good.
Son of a bitch. Wait for it. Wait for it.
All right.
9:01. Amy Santiago is officially late for the first time ever. All right, let's do this. Who's got theories?
Alarm didn't go off.
All 3 alarms, all with battery backup. Come on, who wants to take this seriously?
This is a good.
Ooh, she was taken in her sleep.
That's what I'm talking about. Super dark, Boyle, but way more plausible than Sarge's idiotic alarm clock theory.
I bet she tucked herself in a bed too tight and got stuck.
Maybe she fell into another dimension where she's interesting.
It's 9 a.m. Why is no one working?
Amy Santiago is a few minutes late, and we're all trying to guess why.
I like to play. I'd say she's in line at the bank.
This is fun.
All wrong. She clearly slipped through a subway grate and is having terrible sex with a mole man.
What?
There she is, Amy. Where have you been? We've been worried sick. Do you care to explain yourself?
I'm just 70 seconds late. It's not a big deal. Don't worry about it.
Santiago, you will tell us, and you will tell us now.
There's a problem at the bank.
Hot damn!
Oh man, I forgot
Charles,
about
you
this.
actually might.
I'm Tommy Gobbler, and I'm stuffed with Thanksgiving happiness. Gobble, gobble.
Seriously.
His
I
voice.
warned you, I'm Tommy Gobbler, you silly pilgrim.
Okay,
Hot damn.
Tommy Gobbler.
There you go.
These are the Davidsons. They want to know what happened to their missing grandmother?
I have some deeply tragic news.
Oh yeah, this one.
I am, but Amy said I should eat more veggies, so I got extra pepperoni. Smart.
Excuse me. You need to watch yourself.
I'm sorry. Cop.
All right, let's everybody just stay calm here.
Oh, what? Are you gonna arrest me for dancing?
You call that dancing? This is dancing.
What is happening?
I'm defusing the situation.
Dancing captain must capture image of a lifetime. Oh, why is my phone always dead? I paid $13 for it. Don't worry. I got it. Okay.
Oh, boy.
I'm making butter.
Covered in butter for making butter.
Let's record. Camera on. All right, here we go.
Dancing over. Situation diffused.
Hey there, Boyle. How was your weekend?
Well, actually, I got a little sick.
Oh, really? Sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah, Bullets Over Broadway was on TV. And I came down with a big old Diane Weist infection.
This is Aaron every day.
Yeah, with the close-ups and everything.
Like
You won't say a word. The guy's a brick wall.
Not to worry, Sarge. I'll take it from here. Hope you boys brought popcorn, because I'm about to put on a show. Well, well, well. I hear you don't like answering questions, Marcos. That's fine by me, because I'm not asking. Oop, handle fell off. Let's grab that. Nope. So, looks like we're locked in. That's bad news for you, because you're trapped in here with a psycho. Has anyone tried it from the outside?
Lock's broken. Gotta call facilities.
Copy that, no rush. As I said, I got all the time in the world. It's a little warm in here, right? Do you feel any air coming out of that vent? I got nothing. We got an ETA on facilities?
At least 45 minutes.
And they've checked all this paint for lead, right? And the room for asbestos? I feel like I'm sucking on a tailpipe in here. Marcos! Everybody get away from
Marcos!
I have all the things that's what he used.
Hey, calm down, man. I'll confess. Just stop freaking out.
What?
I did it. I robbed him.
Boom! And that's how it's done. I was faking the whole thing to break him. I could have stayed in here forever.
Good, because facility's gonna be a couple hours.
Couple hours.
What in the world, man?
This is when Jake's in jail.
No, I'm spoiling myself, but I'm depressed. Or have you forgotten that Jake, my best friend, is in prison?
Wait, Jake's in prison?
Yeah, he and Rosa were framed for a bunch of bank robberies by Lieutenant Hawkins.
Oh, right. And where's Gina?
On maternity leave. We were all at her baby shower last week.
Okay. And why am I bleeding?
I don't know.
So you don't have all this. I'm bleeding because my piece of crap son-in-law bit me.
Look, we all miss Jake and Rosa, which is why we have to keep working the
They
case.
bite him on
There
his
has to be
belly.
some way to
Yeah.
I've been looking, but I can't find anything, and I don't know what to do.
I can't find anything, and I don't know what to do.
Title of your sex tape.
What is happening right now?
They caught Hawkins trying to flee the country. She confessed to everything, and they let me out.
Oh my God, Jake, is it really you? Are you really here?
You know it, baby. But first, I gotta hug my best friend.
What?
Welcome back, Peralta. I just heard from the mayor to apologize for what happened to you. They're sending you to Disney World. You and one male guest.
As long as I don't have to go on any of the scary rides.
I'll just go for the shows.
Boyle! 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 Were you dreaming about Jake again?
Why did you wake me up? I told you never to wake me up!
Coming in so hard.
Oh, Halloween.
Oh, fuck yeah.
It's heist time.
Thought you could get a head start on heist prep? Good luck. I'm already dressed.
Well, I'm also dressed, and I made breakfast. Wait, where are my eggs?
In my belly.
How does the light turn on? Oh my God.
Oh, this is so good too.
Also, I
In
didn't see
my
his face,
belly.
but
In my
I heard
belly.
him. He was singing along to the music at the bar.
Do you remember what he was singing?
I think it was that song, I Want It That Way.
Backstreet Boys, I'm familiar. Okay. Number one, could you please sing the opening to I Want It That Way?
Really? Okay. You are my fire.
Number two, keep it going.
The one desire.
Number three,
Believe when I say.
number four,
I want it that way.
tell me why.
Ain't nothing but a heartache.
Tell me why.
Ain't nothing but a mistake.
Now number five,
I never wanna hear you say. Woo! I want it that way.
oh, chills, literal chills.
It was number 5. Number 5 killed my brother.
Oh my god, I forgot about that part.
That one's so well written. Oh my god.
Oh, this one.
That's a lot of snow.
Yeah, if you can't handle
Look
it,
at
I'm
him.
happy to find someone who can.
Don't worry about me, friend. I can handle it. Marissa, baby, go get our guests something to drink, would you? We don't want to drink.
What is this, a social call?
It's not a tea
We
party.
look like 5-year-old girls to you?
Gentlemen, please, have some patience. 2 keys. Pure as a Catholic schoolgirl. Did you bring the cash?
Oh, we brought something much better than cash.
What's that?
Our guns.
NYPD,
Our guns.
You know what? I just believe it. That's them.
See, like,
Look at him.
I'd watch a spin-off like this. I think
Like,
this
yeah,
would be
would.
fun.
Boss man's gone. Where'd he go? Thank you, kind little lady. Gio Costa, you're under arrest.
You want that drink now, Hitchcock?
Don't mind if I do, Scully.
Mind if I do?
So good.
Another cold brew? Don't mind if I cold do. Nailed it. I am loving this machine that Charles brought in.
It is nice. The trick is to let the coffee warm up to room temperature. I'm already on my 2nd cup.
This is my 3rd.
What's going on, Charles? Why are you talking so slow?
I'm not. I'm normal.
Oh my god, if you're not going slow, that means we're going faster. Are we going fast? Can anyone tell if we're going
I don't
fast?
think we're going fast at all in any way whatsoever. I feel like we're going slow in every way whatsoever. Captain, how do you feel?
Great, excellent, amazing. I feel better than I've ever felt in a moment in my entire life.
So we're all fine.
Yep.
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 Yep. Yep.
Yep.
No, stop.
Boil. Bullpen.
What are you?
Bottles, boil, bullpen, bowling. Behold, Brooklyn buddies. Boil, bullpen, bottle, bowling. Beautiful. Be brave, bro.
Wow.
Be brave. Bowl!
Every word.
Dun, 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 dun.
Booyah!
Babushka!
That's just a fun writing exercise.
You can start the meeting now.
The meeting is
All the
over. You're late.
bees.
You missed
Yeah.
the call and the tutorial on using the new copier. 6 years, and no matter how hard I try, I still can't get you to understand the importance of being punctual.
Maybe you should just give up and accept me for who I am.
No, I will break you right now.
Ow.
While you were out being tardy, I was hard at work devising a special package. I've crafted an intricate, personal high five with everyone in this office except you.
What? What do you mean high fives?
Yes, every minute of it was hell. But it'll be worse for you. Squad, dismissed. Goodbye, DS.
Salute into a fanny waggle.
Goodbye, Boyle.
Snake charmer.
Goodbye, Jeffords.
That's a butt bump.
Goodbye, Santiago.
Double fist bump reverse explosion.
Look at him.
Pete Townsend strum.
Pete Townsend strum.
All right, that was terrible, but it's over now, and I made it through.
Goodbye, Leonard from Xerox.
What? The copy guy?
I love that. That's his punishment.
That one's good.
Comes in, I'm gonna put ink on the podium where he puts his hands.
I don't think you'll fall for that.
I did.
How? I haven't even opened this yet.
I guess it's unrelated.
Tone it down. I'll move his podium a foot to the left.
What? He'll be so angry.
Okay, 5 inches.
5,
3,
3,
1.
1.
Look at her.
Move it a half inch.
Fine. It's your funeral.
Worst prank ever. So stupid. That's not
This one's pretty good.
Yeah, it is.
I might like this one.
Guys, the podium is.
Look.
Crazy! How did you pull this off?
Oh man, and that's just a couple of
That's
them,
just
you know?
yeah. It's hard to pick.
The only one I remember off the top of my head that wasn't in there was Jake sliding on his socks to the elevator.
Yeah, yeah.
That was a
the
pretty
full
good one.
bullpen. Yeah,
Yep.
that's right. Man, it's hard.
It's still got to be hot damn for me.
Hot damn's really good. The hula one's pretty good.
It's
The hula hoop one might be the best one because like it reminds me of like I think it's like a story about Bill Murray. Is that who it was? Where like is he at a restaurant? He comes over and he grabs the guy's French fry and he eats it and he looks at him and goes, no one will ever believe you. And he walks
So
away.
funny. Yeah.
Like, that's what that reminds me of. And I just love that idea of just like, I'm showing you all this and no one will believe you.
I really do love the Tommy Gobbler one.
The turkey.
Yeah, it's just so ridiculous.
That might be my number 4.
Yeah.
Of the ones that we just watched there.
I have some very troubling news.
Sure.
The Weist one is just so unfunny, but
yeah.
But the camera.
Yeah.
I like that one.
They're all good. And it's just so much, just the delivery of "in my belly."
In my belly is really good. I like that. It's like, oh yeah, well I'm already dressed. And I made breakfast. Where's my breakfast?
Gotcha.
It's great. No, Backstreet Boys is really good too. All those are really good.
Backstreet Boys is so well written of an opening.
Because like it makes sense as to why we have to do that, right? She's like,
yeah.
Well, hey, how can you recognize him? It's like, well, I heard him sing the song. It's like, okay, well, let's have him sing that song and see if we can figure it out. You know?
Yeah, I mean,
so there's a reason to it.
It's only a minute and a half long, and it just like it builds and turns and builds and turns and builds and turns, and it goes back full circle.
Yeah,
that's why it's so good.
He killed my brother. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, that's good.
All right. Well, the next question we have, I mean, we might not have necessarily answered, but we kind of answered too.
Yeah.
The cold opens are really good. But Darkwing asked, with everyone having a pair up at some point, which pairing did you enjoy watching play off each other the most?
Like a romantic pairing?
No, like just like we had
paired up.
Amy and Holt together, or we had Terry and Boyle together, or we had Rosa and Holt together.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Jake and Holt being sick might be my favorite.
Yeah.
Jake and Holt being sick.
Balthazar's a thirsty bitch.
Who has the best pairing? I mean, Jake and Boyle have a great pairing.
They do.
But
gotta be Scully and Hitchcock for me. Like one can't, like in terms of a pairing that you're comparing to others, like it's almost hard to compare.
Sure.
Yeah.
Like because I feel like the whole cast has such chemistry with each other, but those two, like when Hitchcock was just away in Brazil for the last season, or whatever, like
they felt wrong, right?
It was wrong. Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't work.
No, I get what you mean. It's like you broke up that duo. They need to be that duo. I like in that one cold open where it's like, all right, you bring the cash? We brought something better than cash. Our guns! You know, it's like, oh, okay. But, yeah, I don't know. They might be the one that's the best just because all the other ones work so well in their pairings separating.
Yeah.
But that one is one where it's like once you split it up, that last season just didn't feel quite the same with Hitchcock and Scully.
Yeah.
I love them being like, oh, I already put my hands on it. I didn't even open this yet. Must be unrelated. Since we had the cold open about it, Toastmaster said, what's your favorite Halloween heist?
Oh, and real quick, Rookie said Jake and Kevin. That was also tremendous.
Jake and Kevin, yeah, sure.
Jake and Kevin's good. I like
favorite
that.
Halloween heist?
Yeah. Rick, did you say about pairing wise?
I said Holt and Jake.
That's right, when they were sick and stuff. Yeah, okay.
I mean, all the time, but particularly then, because, yeah, I mean, like that pairing's the one that gave us Velvet Thunder.
Yeah.
Like, there's just so many great.
What was the one? What's the one scene? I'm trying to remember it exactly. It's like there's a guy getting away, and doesn't Holt like jump on a car and like arrest the guy? And like
he does.
He's like, "Were you like the basis of that movie or something?" Right? Like he's like, I don't know. I forget what he says, but that part was pretty good too. So yeah, no, the Jake and Holt have some really good chemistry together too.
I think the second Halloween heist is my favorite, just because of the preparation that was put into it. That one felt the most. I don't know. I think
the second one does have it ups from the first one.
Yeah.
But some of the later ones get like too much sometimes.
Criminal?
Yeah. Like criminally too much?
Yes. Like they're committing crimes as part of this heist.
I see.
Yeah, I would say the second one is the best for me. Like it takes it to another level, and just continuing to take it to more levels was not as fun. Kind of thing.
I get what you mean.
You know how I found this one post when I was looking at some stuff. You know how like Seinfeld had that like years after it came out, people were like, modern Seinfeld, here's what a script would be like, right?
Sure, or the Twitter.
So like a hypothetical future episode, I saw a post where it's a concept. Future Jake and Amy are having a kid, But Amy goes into labor on Halloween, and Jake has to figure out if Amy is cheating him out of the heists or if he's actually about to have a kid. And then the reply is, bold of you to assume that she didn't plan to get pregnant exactly 9 months before Halloween. So it's actually both. And then the reply to that, bold of you to assume that it wasn't Jake who planned to get her pregnant exactly 9 months so that she would be thrown off by contractions. And the final post is, bold of all of us to assume Holt didn't pick an exact date to complement them both so that they'd have validation horniness so that Jake and Amy were in disadvantage during the heist.
That's pretty good.
I was like, that one's pretty good.
Just plans it out.
Yeah. Which I could totally see him doing. He had such control over them.
As far as the endings go, I liked the proposal.
Yeah, me too. The proposal's good. It was sweet. And it was nice that it wasn't just yet another surprise winner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, I like that. I mean, that makes me think of I liked the one when they were like sitting on the rooftop. Like there was an episode and it started
Season
really kind
one,
of
yeah.
putting Amy and Jake together a little bit more, where it was more of like maybe there's a thing between these two.
Yeah. I mean,
I do. There's a lot of episodes like once we start talking about, it, I'm like, oh, that one. But like, there's a few episodes that kind of stand in, or at least moments.
Yeah.
That's one of the moments where I'm like, the start of like their relationship was like a cool part.
I did like the change in character for Amy because at first she starts out as hyper competitive because she has all these brothers and she's very competitive against Jake, and then they have that like their bet or whatever. But I kind of like the way they brought her more into the hyper, bookkeeping, all that stuff. I always really enjoyed that.
Yeah, I think the bet is about the rooftop too, right?
Yeah,
isn't that
I believe
related
so.
to
Yeah,
that?
I think so.
All right, let me see here. I was gonna look through more of the questions here and see what else we had.
What was our poll results? I didn't get to see.
So the poll results are 52% said that she was okay, while 40% said that they didn't like Gina, and 8% said that they did like Gina.
8%. Okay.
I mean, that's a smaller base of people here, so I don't know.
I don't know if that.
But for the
good
8%,
for her, but
that might have been their favorite character.
Yeah, could be.
Maybe.
It's about close to 100 votes, I think,
Gotcha.
overall from those.
All right. Well, I guess it makes me feel better. I don't know. It does.
Sure.
Yeah. Although, despite her leaving, I think season 7 and 8 were my least favorites of all of them.
Sure, I get you. Yeah, I mean, I think that happens no matter what, other than Seinfeld, right? And I would also say other than another show that we're currently watching. Like, the longer you go, the more characterized your characters become.
Sure.
They start to become extreme versions of who they ended up.
The Ned Flanders rule.
Yeah, the Ned Flanders rule. And I think there's some elements to that in this. Not as bad as some other shows, obviously.
Let's see here. Panda Pink said, Rosa was my favorite character, and I wish we explored her a little more in the last season, especially with her quitting the Force.
Mm-hmm.
I get what you mean, because I feel like that was an aspect, but we kind of didn't have her in there as much. Is there anything you wish they did in the last seasons that they didn't? Like a Nutriboom conclusion?
Nutriboom. Forgot about that.
Boyle being the only one who did not win a heist, or any other things? So is there anything outstanding that you're like, man, I wish they would have covered that?
Kind of like that Boyle never won a heist because he's always just happy for whoever did.
Especially for Jake, right?
Yeah. I don't really felt like there was ever anything that I felt like the promise of and it never delivered on. Honestly. If anything, it would give me stuff that I didn't think I needed and I really enjoyed, like the Terry profiling episode.
Yeah. Or like whenever they had to deal with what was his name? Cox. I don't know what his name was in the show. I forget now.
Yeah.
But
actually, one thing I wish we would have circled back on around the final season would have been Patton Oswalt as the fireman.
Oh, see him
He
one more
never came
time.
back. Yeah, that was fun.
Did we wrap up? Would it have been good to have Boyle, like, did he ever beat Peanut Butter?
No. I don't
Like,
think
he
so.
always lost to that horse,
He
right?
conceded.
I guess he did he use at one point? I can't remember. There was like a fire, and like he like rode out, but like drug out, right?
Yeah,
Am I
Peanut
remember
Butter
that right?
got all the credit.
Yeah, because he saved this cop, right? No, I don't necessarily have anything necessarily outstanding, I think, from the show where I'm like, dang, I wish they would have done that. Lucas Stefano says, have you guys watched the Brooklyn Nine-Nine Die Hard ad?
Huh.
I didn't know that it was a thing. Is it on YouTube?
Die Hard ad?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I don't know.
I wonder if it's something that we could check out. Is it an ad for Die Hard, or is it an ad for Brooklyn Nine-Nine in the idea of Die Hard?
I would guess the second.
Okay, we got it right
I
here.
would be surprised if it was the first.
We have it? All right, let's check out the Brooklyn Nine-Nine Die Hard ad.
Okay, yeah, it is.
Yeah.
We gotta get out of here. The building's gonna blow.
There's no way off this roof. We're stuck.
If only there was some way to rappel down. Oh, wait. There is.
But what about you, Jake? There aren't enough ropes.
Don't worry about me. I've got other plans.
Oh, damn.
Oh, damn.
What the hell is Braugher doing?
Something magnificent.
Time to wrangle me a chopper.
What?
Why'd it blow up?
God, I love that man.
Oh my God.
He's so far away.
Muscles are bigger than mine.
He's braver than me in every way.
I don't think he's gonna make it.
It's the finest cop in the city. Hey, the world.
Nay.
Hey.
Suck it, gravity. And then you all chant Jake for a full, uninterrupted minute. And that's the recruitment video for the 9-9. Why? Is it a budget issue? Because we can cut Terry if need be.
What?
I'm kidding, Terry. We would never cut you. You're indispensable. We can definitely cut him.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine makes the leap to NBC.
That's a fun idea for a commercial.
Especially considering Jake, right?
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna use like a hose, like a fire hose.
That was fun. Huh. Yeah, it makes me think of like all the series that we've watched. Did we ever miss things like that? Like specially made commercials?
Didn't you show me one for Lost? I feel like you showed me something.
I don't remember. I don't think so for Lost. I'll have to research that.
Yeah, there was a New Girl crossover as well. I remember that.
Oh yeah, the New Girl crossover. I never
That
watched. I've never seen New Girl.
Yeah, that's one that's it's similar to the Community crossover, where it's like, well, we don't get that because we didn't watch the other show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With Abed.
Yeah, though we did check that scene out.
We did see the scene,
and
yeah.
it was Subway.
It was.
I just realized that. Yeah.
Colton MG says, do you feel like comedy series have lackluster finales in comparison to more narrative-focused shows? Feels like most comedy shows focus on wrapping up character relationships and revisiting iconic comedy bits as opposed to wrapping up any kind of overarching story.
I mean, for me, comedy shows the narrative is like, it's never the priority. It's, especially in a sitcom, right? It's situational comedy. It's finding humor in the everyday. Sure, a cop show isn't necessarily every day for a lot of people, but I kind of like the incidental moments that just kind of happen naturally. Whereas I do understand, like, well, when a show ends in a comedy, yeah, they're kind of prioritizing something that I'm not really coming for, which is just a good time, not necessarily like an intricate story that's satisfying.
Sure. Like, I wouldn't compare this to, like, Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul and things that are a little bit more specific to the story itself. But I think, I don't know. I'm trying to think of what comedies I've seen and what wrap-ups we've had and stuff. But
like, I think of How I Met Your Mother.
Sure.
And how much when I watched that, I really like that show.
I love the show.
That ending.
It was the last two episodes. I just was like, man, I don't feel like it hit right with me. But I don't know. Maybe I need to rewatch them or something. But no, I think. I think the reason I'm watching comedies is one, for a fun time, and two, because of the characters.
Yeah.
MASH is probably my favorite in terms of comedy endings. Frasier's was good, and I like Seinfeld's.
I quite like Seinfeld's too. I sometimes feel like the people that don't like Seinfeld's ending, like, do you get the show?
Yeah.
And then I think we also had another blooper, right? You said there's a second
Yeah,
blooper
there's
video?
a season 2 bloopers as well. We can check out.
Get friends. Let's go as Bone Bros.
Ooh, that was a slap.
That was like a real slap, huh?
Oh, you go with it!
Like, you did it.
Oh, you
Don't break
wasted it.
character.
It was all for naught!
I like that he was like, you should have went with it.
Yeah.
Why didn't they do this?
Oh, dude, that's so funny.
No, the baby.
Oh, they extended it out. Cool.
Forget what you thought you knew about the script, because we're having a fun run. Hello, District Attorney Kerm. Hello, District Attorney Kerm.
What are you doing?
Why is his head doing that?
Someone else say it. Someone else say District Attorney Kerm fast.
You are the boss. Balls?
You said the Yeah, Chiba. Evidential like it. I think that's usable.
Just trying to get the Neo cut.
Check the gate.
Do you have any idea how long I've been waiting for one of you old men to kiss me?
Look at that guy's face.
Charles.
Jake?
It's Charles.
Wait, hit the button! Hit the button!
Come on, you guys. I expect more of you.
Here we go. No fun at all.
There's definitely something in there. Looks like a peanut.
Ugh.
You're right. It's a cashew. For a floating casino.
Oh, look at that laugh. Oh, it's so good.
Of course, at Juilliard for the giggles.
I said it though.
You did. You got all the words.
It's crazy.
I'll-
Bitch!
I can do this. You can do this, Braugher.
What's he dancing, playing the violin?
Just that's a cut.
Did we get it?
That was it.
And cut. Great, that was really good. All right, let's do one more.
Is that the right read?
It's pretty good. This time do less Phantom, more Les Mis. You know what I mean?
More Les Mis, right?
Yeah. Okay. Not a doctor.
Fremulon.
Fremulon. That's great. Oh man,
It's like
it's
they
so...
just do the. It feels like they just do the joke too.
With the peanut cashew thing, if I watch it again, I need to watch Hitchcock and Scully in the background.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I did not pay attention to them enough throughout the series where there's like all these things in the background that they're doing that I'm missing.
Yeah,
if I watch it with
definitely.
like Melanie or something like that, that's what I need to focus on is what's going on in the background. I think that would be a lot of fun. That's one of the best things about, I don't know, maybe it's not every show, but when watching a movie or a TV show a second time, seeing the little things you missed the first time, the background moments and stuff and the things characters do.
My favorite is like when they remastered Friends and you see the whole frame. And
Yeah.
There's just random people.
Yeah, they're stand-ins that it's clearly not those actors. That's hilarious.
Rob Jackson said Kelly wife or dog. Did we ever learn if it was wife or dog?
We did.
We did.
I want to say it was both.
He has a dog and a wife, and both of them are named Kelly.
Let me double check.
But we definitely learned, but I do not remember the answer.
It was in the last season, right?
It was towards
Or
the
the
end.
second to last season?
But I think it was both.
Both? That makes sense. That sounds right. What's chat saying? Chat says yes, both Kellys.
Yeah, I think it's both. I was looking through some of the IMDb trivia, too, for the show.
Yeah.
I think we've heard this before, but Andy Samberg and Chelsea Peretti, who is Gina went to the same elementary school, just like their characters did. Which is kind of crazy to think of, yeah. Terry Crews was the one who started saying 9-9 on set to motivate other cast members, and they wrote it into the show. That's cool.
9-9.
Yeah.
Nice. Was this like his big breakout thing?
His big breakout thing, I think, was White Girls.
Okay.
What is it called? White Girls, Aaron?
White Chicks?
White Chicks.
White Chicks?
Yeah.
That's the first time I really remember Terry Crews being around. Yeah.
Yeah.
He had
and
the
then
tongue thing and
Longest Yard as well.
I
remember him in the
Longest Yard. Cheeseburger Eddie. It's
Cheeseburger
not
Eddie.
easy being cheesy. I remember that. It's great. Marcus the Boss said, we know Rick's is probably the duck. But what is each of your favorite moments from the entire show?
Man.
Whether it's based on comedy, emotion, shock, or anything else. What tops all the other moments in the show? I mean,
there's so many.
Yeah, it's got to be the duck for me.
You know what's a shocking moment that I didn't think was going to be something in the show they covered was that Boyle wasn't a Boyle.
I thought you were going to say Gina getting hit by a bus.
That was a hell of a moment that I thought she was dead. And then she came back, which was another shock.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Boyle thing was weird. It was a fun episode.
But yeah, both of those are like some shocking moments and stuff too. I'd say emotional wise, I think there was some emotional moments, especially with Rosa, especially when she's like dealing with like her father and stuff too, and like who she is and trying to get her parents to accept her and stuff. And that there's like that moment with Danny Trejo on the roof.
Yeah.
Like I remember that, and I like that one a lot too.
That was sweet.
Despite being bald on top with almost no hair on the sides, Hitchcock always carries a comb in his shirt pocket. I never noticed that.
I never noticed it either. I have one more question here from chat.
Okay.
The last one's from LKG. It says, who was your favorite dry side character?
Kevin,
I think is. I can't count Cheddar.
I'm trying to think of anyone that would top Kevin. I don't think I have one.
Like Wuntch was dry.
Yeah.
I think it has to be Kevin.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, was Vulture dry? Like, I don't feel like
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Yeah, he made a lot of jokes with him.
Was there a lot of jokes with him?
Yeah.
Yeah, he made inappropriate jokes all the time.
Very inappropriate jokes, but the actor played it well.
Someone's talking about the Allstate guy?
That's the Vulture.
That is
no. Shoot.
Oh no, that's that was like fake Holt.
Yeah. The guy who was dirty and like got Holt in the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
That guy. What was his name? I can't remember.
Wait. What about JK? He was pretty dry, right?
J.K. Simmons?
Yeah,
Sure.
like, he was like Holt's detective friend, right?
Yeah, he only had the one episode, but that was a really
that one was good too.
good, yeah.
Dillman?
Yeah, I think that was the name of the Holt-like guy.
Oh, man.
Huh, I didn't know this. The names Hitchcock and Scully are a nod to Parks and Recreation producers Norm Hitchcock and Mike Scully. They also write and produce episodes of Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
That's their names too, right? It's Norm and Michael.
Yeah. And apparently those two actors, I mean, I think it's pretty obvious, but they became best friends after these roles.
Dillman was J.K. Simmons' character's name.
Oh, okay.
So I'd probably say J.K. Simmons as far as like, especially like one-off shorter characters that we don't see a lot.
Yeah.
I think in the grand scheme of it all, probably Kevin.
I guess you could call it dry, but the guy being interrogated in the bottle episode.
Sterling K. Brown,
episode.
right?
Yeah. That one was especially a great episode.
I like that one a lot. That's just a good episode on its own. Just All right. That's the last of questions that I have from people.
All right.
Bob Anderson
was the Allstate guy.
All right. Well, did we have any more videos or anything that we needed to check out before? Since
we have Cobb's compilation, but I don't think I'll make it if I watch it.
Cobb's compilation.
Well, if you don't make it, maybe that's something that we can just go out on.
All right.
Let's watch it. Yeah.
Let's end with Cobb's compilation of a Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Look at our COVID hair. Sorry.
Yeah, no, we watched this show through lockdown, right?
We did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we
We
started it right after we came back, right?
When we came back from home, yeah. Oh, so long.
All right, so here's the Cobb Rick fighting for his life in Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
I like her play. I'd say she's in line at the bank. This is fun.
I'm just 70 seconds late. It's not a big deal. Don't worry about it.
Santiago, you will tell us, and you will tell us now.
There's a problem at the bank.
I'm hiding my face there because I don't want to give away because I knew that was coming.
It's one of my favorite. As soon as she started talking about it, I was like, this is one of my favorites. Hot damn.
Ouch. You ran over my foot. I am in incredible pain.
Oh, reacception.
You take too much cold medicine? Not by a long shot. Balthazar's a thirsty bitch.
Oh, Rick. I love it. I love what that man does to you.
I've caused a problem.
Oh, yeah, that one was.
I am getting a text message.
There it is.
I need you to slap me.
I'm not gonna do that, bro.
That was such a good cut.
It almost came out of nowhere.
Oh, man.
3, 2, 1.
I was waiting for it.
What's going on? It's like
Oatmeal.
okay, not bad for winging it. I lied.
I lied.
2 hours.
Look at you, Rick.
Forget about me.
Why is he singing
You lost entire
The faint
scenes.
sound of someone screaming through all the vents.
That's Hitchcock.
It's so good.
Take the chopper.
Roger that, wet blanket.
No, from now on, call me Velvet Thunder.
Oh, it's so great. I got chills.
He couldn't make it.
That's a stone cold lie. Cowabunga.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I forgot about this one.
This is early.
Was murdered by a man. It's the one case I should Don't fight. All the way, I didn't throw the duck in the garbage. I threw it off a bridge.
God, it's so well done, man. It's so good. All right. I think that's the only way we can end it.
Oh. There's so many good
Some great
things.
laughs, some great memories.
I do want to say, like, it's great that we ended up getting that in the time that we did because, like, being lockdown, and pandemics, and all that stuff too. Like, it was great to have this as like just a laughing moment that we could just enjoy and talk about and stuff.
No,
too.
yeah, I know a lot of people don't consider what we do like, oh, that can't be that hard to do, to sit there and watch TV. But I mean, it can, you know, depending on the drastic tones from show to show and emotions and stuff. Sometimes it can get kind of heavy, you know, like having all of that out emoting. But Brooklyn Nine-Nine, whenever you see it on the schedule, is always like, okay. We can kind of just sit there and let it happen. you know? And yeah, I just didn't know it would happen like that.
Yeah, it's definitely the one I needed to pause the most.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, guys. Well, I think that's probably going to cover everything that we have for Brooklyn Nine-Nine today. We won't be having a podcast for like 2 weeks or so.
We're going to be gone.
We're going to be gone.
No live from London?
Yeah, no live from London. We'll be having as many videos as we can popping up for Star Wars Celebration over on the Wave Squadron channel, so make sure you check that out.
Yeah.
Might be some Pokemon stuff, because there's a Pokemon convention as well. Check that out over on Pokemality. And then we still have a few streams happening into next week. Tomorrow is going to be a Pokemon stream. You can see that, Pokemality. Monday, we also continuing Pokemality. And then, I don't know, that might be all, actually, for the last few streams that we're going to be having before we leave for London. So, anything else from you guys on Brooklyn Nine-Nine or anything else?
9-9!
Yeah, they couldn't get to season 9, episode 9. Such a
couldn't.
shame.
It is a shame.
Should have done one more season just to get 9 episodes just to get to that. Would have been great. All right, guys. Have a good night. Till next time. 9-9!
9-9!
For Milan.